Hello and welcome back to episode 26, Club 7 of Unknown to World Known. We're back once again with Bayern Munich, and just want to say at the start of this video, if you are enjoying the series and the content that we've been creating, please do hit subscribe down below, comment any feedback, it's always appreciated, and hit like as well if you do enjoy the episode. And let's get in to see how we've been getting on. So, since you were last with us, we had another draw against Borussia Mönchengladbach this time. And then we bounced back from that following the winter break with a 2-1 win against Fortuna Dusseldorf. We then beat Freiburg 1-0 before convincingly beating Mainz 4-0. And then most recently we beat Freiburg 3-0 in the cup, which means we are back today to play Stuttgart and Wolfsburg. And we are sat 7 points clear at the top of the table away from Dortmund and 9 points clear of Hertha Berlin. However, we are about to play our game in hand, so potentially 12 points clear. Hopefully that will be the case. And in the Champions League, we've drawn Monaco, so that's who we'll be playing in tomorrow's episode. But first of all, we've got to try and beat Stuttgart. So we're back with the lineup. We've got Kitenge in goal. Back four of Nassim Bene, Hoffman, Bakari, and Rao. Dude is sitting in the middle of the in the middle of the wing backs. Kolev and Grubman in front of him. Tegan in the number 10, and then Ocampo and Lambermont up front together. So we've currently got Trent is out injured. Grundman is just coming back from an injury he's had throughout January. And I think we've got a couple of injuries here and there. They're mostly coming to an end now. Though it affected us quite a bit in January, but for the most part, we seem to be seeing most of the players return at this stage, which is good to see because we're going to be having some tough games coming up. Champions League is back, of course, and we've got a German Cup quarter-final soon as well. So we'll want to be having as many fit players as we can going into this stage of the season. However, we have not had a good start today. And we're going to just try firing them up, see if that'll wake them up a bit. Because at the minute we are on the back foot for the most part, looking at the stats. We've got a long throw coming in from Nassim Bene, who kind of messed it up, and the clearance ended up with Hoffman, who is messing around with it a little bit. Kolev does the opposite and just sends it out to Grubman, who sends it back to Nassim Bene, who's got space. Chance for a cross here. Drills it into the box, and the clearance came back to Grubman, who couldn't quite get his shot on target. And then Nassim Bene's cross is blocked. There was a few important blocks from Stuttgart in there then. And unfortunately, it means they have managed to hold on to a 0-0 at the break. At the start of the second half, we're going to demand more. And hopefully we can see us get an early goal in the second half. Ocampo plays it back to Rao, who goes inside and gets the ball to Grumman, who I don't know what he did there. And then Bakari heads back down to Grumman. Rao plays it to Dude. Kolev and Dude exchanging the ball. Now he exchanges with Grumman. He looks for Grumman again, who's got a chance to put the ball into the box. Ocampo with the shot, but there was a good block in there to send it out for a corner. Bakari and Hoffman are forward for this. Bakari's in there and forces a very good save out of the goalkeeper. And apparently that wasn't another shot on target, but Bakari at the near post, and again it's just over the bar. And we're going to have to look at making a change now. And I'm thinking we'll send Turk on in midfield, just because Grumman I know is struggling fitness-wise. And we'll send Henrique on at left wing back as well, because he's going to be a very good attacking threat for us. However, 20 minutes to go and we are still struggling to get a goal. So we're going to try going a bit more shoot on sight and try and force it into the back of the net. We're going to send Vrank on for Kolev because Kolev is looking very tired. And maybe the fresh legs in midfield with Centurk and Vrank can be enough for us to get a goal. Sargent tries to find the winger, but Nassim Bene's there and clears it. But Swedberg now on the ball plays it to Grouse. Osorio this time does find Herman on the left-hand side, and he hits it, but it's well wide. Never troubling the goalkeeper. And a free kick comes in. Wagner has hit the bar, and all of a sudden we are looking like the ones that are trying to hold on. And we've now got a late corner. Hoffman hits the bar. Ocampo collects it. Sends it back in, but it's a poor way to send it back in. Doesn't actually play it to anyone. And it's going to end 0-0. That is a very poor result. And that's where the concern starts to come in of... I know we've bottled chances before. I'm hoping 10 points still the lead over Hertha Berlin. 8 points over Dortmund with their game in hand, so potentially 5 points. I'm hoping we can get through this little bit of a poor period, get our main players back, and start scoring again. Let's go and see if that can begin in our next game. Here we are for the game against Wolfsburg. We've got a couple of changes coming in. Fran has come in at centre-back alongside Bakari. Ditloff returns at right wing-back, as does Henrique at left wing-back. And then we've dropped Tegan into the midfield so that Pedri can return in the number 10 role. He's probably only going to play the first half and then swap out for Grundman, because he's another one of the players who's been struggling with injury recently. So we're going to try and get him back in the first team, get him some game time, and then once he's feeling a bit more up to it, we can bring him off, and hopefully by that point he can help us get a lead, as he tries to here, and Bakari heads wide. Fantastic corner from Pedri on his return. And it would be nice to see Pedri really come alive in this game throughout this first half. However, with half an hour in and there's not been a lot happen so far, Pedri with another corner. Bakari heads over again. And that's our two highlights so far. We've had two corners. Now we go to a throw-in for Wolfsburg. Burkle and White exchanging the ball with Alcalde. Is that Alcalde from my time at QPR, I wonder? Kitenge forced into a very good save from their striker there, which is a little bit concerning because they broke through a lot easier than we've managed to so far. Bakari deals with the corner very nicely, but it only goes as far as Sturm, who plays it backwards. Let's have a little look. Alberto Alcalde, yeah, that is former Arsenal player. Obviously, we had him on loan at QPR for quite a number of years. So it's surprising I didn't realise he was at that. I didn't realise he'd moved on to the Bundesliga. This has been very poor so far. Just nothing is happening. We're going to send Grumman on for Pedri now, just because of that fitness, as I said, and that's a great chance for Teague, and he went too early. He was offside anyway. We've had 9 shots, but only 1 on target, considering we're on work the ball into the box. That's Not ideal at all. White now with the free kick for Wolfsburg. It's headed away by Bakari, who's very dominant in the air. Lambermont breaking down this right-hand side. He's got a lot of men with him. And surely here we can... No, Lambermont gets back on the ball, crosses for Ocampo, who makes it 1-0. And on that note, we can now go back to playing it a little bit easier. Drop that defensive line just a touch. And start to slow the pace down with that lead. A fantastic breakaway goal there from the hard work of Lambermont. Even gets tackled here, but gets a little bit lucky with the way it breaks for him. And the cross for Ocampo. Fantastic header. And it is 1-0. Henrique now with the long throw. It's bundled away. Kolev collects it. And then Dude plays it back over to Henrique, who plays it back over to Kolev, who tries to put the cross in, but it's cleared away. Dude is going to pick that up. He's got plenty of space. And plays it inside to Kolev, and who loses the ball rather cheaply. But luckily they just clear it, and Fran able to collect it very easily. And then Dude finds Ditloff, who's going to bring it inside. Finds Tegan. Back to Dude. Back to Tegan, who's got Ditloff on the right-hand side and finds him. Who sends the cross in. Grundman with a good shot, but saved by the keeper. And we're going to bring Hoffman on for Fran just due to that yellow card. Both defenders on yellow cards. I don't like that at all. And I think the other change we'll make will be Ditloff can come off for Nassim Bene, which is more just about his fitness than anything. We want Ditloff to remain fresh. He's taken over from Nassim Bene as like the rotation option for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Bakari heads down to Kolev. It's back to Bakari, who sends it out to Hoffman on the right-hand side. He's going to weirdly find himself in crossing position, and it's a very poor cross, and that's why he doesn't get in that position very often. What on earth has happened to Dortmund? They are being absolutely thrashed by Fortuna Dusseldorf. Grundman beating the keeper in the air there, but not quite enough. That is unbelievable. Fortuna Dusseldorf were bottom of the table going into this game, and they're absolutely battering Borussia Dortmund. We come out with a 1-0 win. It should have been far more comfortable with the chances we had. But at the end of the day, we won. That's all that really matters. So we move into the rest of the season. An impressive win there. We move 11 points clear of Dortmund. That is guaranteed. And hopefully we will remain 9 points ahead of Hertha Berlin. It would be nice if they can drop points for us. Let's go and have a look if they do. So later in the day, Hertha Berlin actually picking up the win against Stuttgart 3-2. It ends at 5-1 in that Dortmund game against Dusseldorf. Absolutely unbelievable. But that does mean we're 10 points ahead of Hertha Berlin, 11 points ahead of Dortmund, and we've got 12 games left in the season. We are looking relatively comfortable. Hopefully we can maintain it. We've only lost the one game. They've lost 5 and 6. That is ridiculous how good we've been. And hopefully we don't have any slip-ups. Hopefully that these few draws are all that's going to happen. We will be back tomorrow with the game against Monaco and Frankfurt. I don't think we've played Frankfurt so far this year, have we, on camera? No, we have not. So we'll come back for Monaco and Frankfurt. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment if you are enjoying the series and your prediction for that Monaco game. And subscribe if you are enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.